Hello, everybody. I hope you're all having a very good day. Welcome back to the Second Street Marvel for Saturday's comic talk. We're gonna be getting together with a few guests today. We're gonna have a really good time. We're gonna have Dylan from Dylan's Comic Book Rant stopping by. We're gonna have Chris from Chaos and Comics. It's gonna be a very good time. I hope you're all having a very good day. If you are here, please, make sure that you smash that like button. I can see we've got several people here already. Come in and already liked it. We got 7 viewers right now. We got Mad Max the Mandalorian comes in and says, "Have a good stream, binge buddy. Love this series, and the Sunday music series is an awesome idea too." 1-2 Comic Talk says, "Greetings, community. Good morning to you, or I guess good afternoon. It's afternoon now." AFK Bart says, "Right back at you." 1-2 Comic Talk, thank you so much for being here. Wished upon a vlog, thank you so much for being here, Julie. Hope you're having a very good day. 1-2 Talk is giving a high five. AFK is giving dabs. All right, it's okay, Trinity. You are waiting. You are waiting for hillbilly version to pull up in a cab. Such a tease. Wookiee Supremacy says, "I didn't get any notification. I just had a feeling. I've got the force, y'all." Hell yeah, man. Good deal. Jimmy Vasquez, what's up, my brother? How are you doing, man? Beautiful day out here in Southern California, is it not? I think it is. Comic John says, "Pissed I can't watch the stream today, homie, but wanted to hop on and say have a great weekend." You have a great weekend as well, Comic John. And Comic John, I know I subscribed to your channel. I need to make it over there soon to watch a couple of your videos. I know I watched one of them when I subscribed to you, but you know what? I need to watch more. I need to be a little more on those kinds of things. So yeah, guys, today we're going to be talking about some comic books that have come out today, or actually, I guess came out Wednesday. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. So yeah, we got guys. It's Saturday. Everything's running a little bit late. I myself, I actually went and watched Birds of Prey at the theater this morning. Or I guess it was late morning. It was late morning. Went here into the afternoon. Went out for a nice little bike ride this morning. Got home, got my stuff, and rode my bike out to the theater to watch Birds of Prey. I'm not sure if you guys have seen it, but hey, I thought it was actually an okay movie. I'm going to be dropping a review on that here on the channel pretty soon. I'm going to be recording a review of that. And yeah, then I rode my bike home, got a cup of coffee made, and well, here we are. Clarence Parker III says, "Yo, how you doing, Clarence? I don't know if I've ever seen you here before. Welcome. Thank you so much for being here. We're going to get in and talk about some comic books today. Here in just a minute, we'll have some guests joining us. Like I said, it is Saturday. Saturdays are a relaxed kind of day, so I do apologize for starting a little bit late. Jimmy says, "Doing good. Glad to see you up and back at this. Have a good day." All right, man. You too. Hey, man. You better be hanging out for more than just a couple minutes. You better stay here. Rob Boswell says, "Greetings and salutation. Thank you so much for being here, Rob." And Southern Comic Geek says, "What's up, everybody? How are you doing today?" So, pretty big day I don't know. I had a pretty big week in comics. I think took home a fairly decent stack. Got a few indies. Got a few of those mainstream comics as well. There's ones from DC. Got a couple of DC, or I guess I only got one DC book this week, but I don't read a whole lot of DC. So I don't got a whole lot of DC myself. I mean, right now I currently read Hawkman, and I also read. I just started reading Justice League, which came out this week, issue number 40, with Robert Venditti writing. He's the same guy who wrote who's been writing Hawkman. So I guess you could say he brought me over into this book. Let's see. Clarence Parker III says, "I was on your stream for the first time earlier this week, conversing about the Disney Plus shows." Awesome. Nice. Okay. All right. Good deal. Yeah, I'm pretty excited about a lot of those shows coming up. Southern Comic Geek says no. She says, or Southern Comic Geek says she. Southern Comic Geek says, "Your camera break?" No, it did not. Well, not yet. Anyway, I'm sure I'm on my way there. let's see. One two Comic Talk says, greetings community. Hey Trinity, how are you doing today? What indies? What indies? We'll get into that here in just a few minutes. As soon as everybody gets here, let me actually see if I can find where all of my books were, where all my books from this week are. I may have to get Dylan in here and let him introduce himself while I go and dig. Oh, there they are. I was gonna say while I go and dig out the rest of my comic books, but we'll go ahead and get into that. Wookie Smart says, no camera? What? Your hair all messy or something? No, not yet. So let's see. Here we got Dylan here from Dylan's Comic Book Friends. What's up, my brother Dylan? How you doing?
I'm doing good, brother. How are you?
Good.
Sorry, I'm a bit late.
Yeah, run, man. It's Saturday, man. It seems like everybody is kind of understanding here.
Yeah.
So go ahead and say what's up to everybody. Tell everybody. What you've been up to and what you've been reading this week.
Hey, what's up, guys? I forgot you do this through the Facebook, right? So I gotta pull up the chat real quick. Man, so I just got back from seeing Birds of Prey.
Oh, and, it should be on YouTube. It'll be on YouTube. The chat will be on YouTube.
Okay, yeah, cool. I'm just used to seeing it in StreamYard, and then I'll just text back, if I see somebody reaching out.
Because I set the stream up and it went to custom ARM TP server or whatever. So
yeah,
I don't know, man. These things are tricky.
Oh, no worries, brother. No worries at all. Gotta get the videos out there any way you can. More platforms, the better chance more people finding you. New people and stuff.
For sure.
Did you see Birds of Prey?
Yeah, I just got home from the theater.
Oh, so we both did. That's so funny. We both just got back from seeing it. I literally just got back too. I liked it. It surprised me. It wasn't nothing amazing. There were some parts that I was like, oh my God, are you kidding? But they did pretty well with the character, I'd say.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty decent. I thought it was a pretty good movie.
It was not as bad as I expected.
Yeah, it wasn't bad and it wasn't great. It was okay.
You know what I would say was actually pretty great though? The only thing I would consider great is the action. Just because who is it? The Wasaki? The John Wick guys. I was gonna kill me. I don't want to sound like an idiot saying their name. The Kinchetskis maybe or something. If somebody in the chat could correct me. The guys that do, I think they did the Matrix, but they do like all the stunts and action scenes. They actually got hired pretty late, I felt like, when they were filming this to do the action scene. So that's why people were kind of excited, because I think the Wachowski brothers.
Yeah. Oh, was it the Wachowskis?
I believe so. They did like all the action stuff, and I think it showed, man. The action was pretty cool. That was my favorite part, because there was like that stuff with the egg sandwich was like cringeworthy. But, she is supposed to be silly and stuff. It was very comic-y. Like, she was really, I thought she did really good at playing the character.
Ooh, Wookie Supremacy says Birds of Prey wants to be Tank Girl. Ouch. You know what? I honestly can't argue that.
Hey, what up, Sith Lord? What up, Rob?
But
what up, Julie? What up, Southern Comic Geek? We got Biden Touch, Clarence, Comic John, Jim Vasquez, AFK Bard, 1-2 Comic Talk in the house, and Mad Max the Mandalorian. Yo, I love that name, Mad Max the Mandalorian. What's going on,
man? If you haven't been to Max's channel, man, you need to go check him out, man. If you haven't been to his channel.
Got you.
Yeah, but most of okay. Oh, and Fan Jackson.
Oh, you know what? I actually just saw a video. He wears the Ghost Rider mask.
Yeah,
I just watched a video of him last night. I just probably was so tired I didn't even look at the name
that he got.
I just subbed him though. So sub your brother back, man. But what did you think of some of the side characters? Like the Birds of Prey, I guess. And like,
man, I thought that movie was pretty cool, man. I thought this movie was pretty good, but I gotta say that they had a little too, for me, I'm a guy, they had a bunch of that feminism in there. There's a bunch of feminism in there, man, and I don't know, I thought it was pretty good. It's a pretty good movie. There's like bombs and stuff going off, and she's like, walking through this police station, and she had a little gun. She's all boom, boom, and all of a sudden, like all it was just like a whole bunch of little, like they were just like little biscuits that were full of glitter, and they was hurting people, man. And these people that they couldn't take it, they're like, oh, it was pretty crazy, man.
Yeah.
It was pretty crazy.
I think that might have been one of my favorite scenes. That jailhouse breakout, or that jail breakout. That was cool.
Yeah. It's definitely some good stuff there.
Yo,
so, what you been reading this week, there, Dylan?
I read some Darth Vader, the TMNT, Power Rangers. What else was there? I liked the Fantastic Four, X-Men.
Oh yeah.
I've been
that one too.
I read a couple trades. I read what was that? I read Money Shot issue 1. I read God Country. There was a bunch of stuff I read. I didn't read just because it was kind of a smaller week with new comics. So I read all those Wednesday and then had the rest of the week to read whatever,
Yeah, man. I think I'm about the same. I think I had about maybe 3 independent books.
Yeah.
And a nice little handful of some Marvels I took home at DC.
Was there some good indies this week? I only got one, and technically, I wouldn't even call it an indie.
I got that Money Shots.
Yeah.
Money Shots. I don't even know. That's not the name of the comic book. Can we talk about that kind of stuff here on the channel?
I don't. It's up to you, brother, because that issue 1 was crazy.
Oh, man, got this man who effed up time too, man. I've effed up a few things in my days. Yeah.
Did you like that one? I've heard some pretty good things about that man who effed up time.
Yeah, man. It was a pretty good read. It wasn't that bad. It seemed, once I got into it, it seemed like it was a little bit short. I think that's just because it was actually a pretty good book, And it wasn't like a page turner or anything. It was just like one of them books. And I was just like reading it. I'm kind of like, man, this is actually pretty good. Flipping through it, I thought it was a pretty good book though. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I seen somebody up in here in the chats, man. Somebody up here said Dylan's late because he was probably coming from somebody else's streams, man. I know. That Dylan, man, he's out there everywhere.
Man, you know it.
Yeah. Sowing the seeds, man. Sowing them Dylan seeds. All right. Okay, so Wish Upon Vlog Julie says slow motion action was great. Of course, nowhere near as good as John Wick, but still great. The egg sandwich annoyed me like crazy. You know what? I just kind of felt the same way about the egg sandwich as she did. I just wanted to eat it.
Yo, she got screwed on that.
I've had those kind of days though. I've had those kind of days where you're just trying to get to that T-bone steak at the end of the day. Next thing you know, you're all gussed up with your friends and you're out there riding your hogs and you end up getting taken in by the po-pos for drinking and drivings and stuff. And then, man, you don't even get to have that steak until you get out. You know what they feed you in jails? Overnight?
What do they feed you?
Nothing. That's overnight. They're like, we don't have no food here. You're supposed to be sleeping.
No late night snacks.
Oh, yeah. Can you believe that? I'm like, I pay for this place, right? My tax says.
I paid for y'all to lock me up in these cages.
Yeah. I know what's going on in this world, man. Man can't just walk around and have some fun. Chaos and Conk says, I'm going. Hopefully you're going to your house to get on your computer, come on the show.
Hell yeah, bro. Boy, yo, watch. He'll be like, I just got back from Birds of Prey.
Oh, man.
Yo, Julie, how I can sit here like I was cracking up big time, but the straight face is just because I'm shocked because I had no idea Trinity was doing this. So I'm just enjoying the show.
Yeah. I don't even know who signed up here. It says Trinity. I'm Myrtle. How do I change that, man? I gotta leave and come back on this thing? I don't even know, man. Sith Lord says that helmet looks special, just like my mommy told me. Yeah. I knew it. I asked for this last Saturday. Heck yes, man. You's a paying customer, Julie. You asked for something from Myrtle. I deliver that. That's what I do. I do that. I don't care. You want me to jump through hoops for $2? Hey, man, you got it. You got it. Fenrir Fire, thank you so much for being here. Just a Reeking in his comic says hello. Southern Comic Geek says, if you had picked up a beer, that would have been more in character. Oh man.
Hey, how do you know what's in that cup?
Yeah. You don't know what I put in my coffee, do you?
little whiskey.
Yeah.
little bit of that Irish coffee.
Sith Lord says, reminds me of the helmet Cartman wore at the Special Olympics. Two-gun Pedro, pew pew.
Hey Trinity, did you watch any of Lock and Key?
No, man. Is that one of those new TV shows out there?
Yeah, on Netflix.
No,
it's a Netflix one.
I've seen a lot of people talking about it. I know my good friend Perp Minded. I seen him doing a review on it.
Yep. Yeah. Did you ever read the trades? I only read the first volume. I'm on the second one. It's a really good book. It's by Joe Hill, the guy doing Basketful Heads. I don't know if you're reading those though. Are you reading Basketful Heads?
No, I don't read a whole lot of DC. The only DC I've been reading is that Hawkman and that Deceased. But,
I'm excited for that.
Oh yeah.
The Deceased.
I'll show you what else I picked up this week. Check that out.
What'd you think? Because I dropped it at 39.
Oh man, I don't know. I haven't read this one yet, but I want to read it because it's Robert Venditti. And
I like what he did with Freedom Fighters. I loved Freedom Fighters. Hey, you like the new logo?
Oh yeah, man, that's nice, dude. I like that. It's got the little shield on there.
Hells yeah. I got one.
See, like oh yeah.
Yeah, I got it with the I got one with the Grim Knight, but I might have my buddy Nick from Two Brothers like brighten up the shield. I'm debating like the Dylan's comics. I feel like that should be maybe a little bolder, like maybe get a black outline or something around it and make it pop a little more.
Oh, maybe so, man, or maybe put it along the outsides or something. I don't know, man. It looks pretty clean though, man. I like that.
Yeah, I kind of like it on the inside because I think Perry's got his on the outside, so I was trying to do it a little different.
Yeah.
But I don't know how it would work on the outside just because, you know what I'm saying, the way it's a thin outline on the outside.
Yeah.
But I just want to see what you thought. I didn't know if I changed it.
Yeah, I seen that when you hopped in here to the studio, man. I was like, dude, that's pretty sick.
Thanks, brother.
That's pretty sick, man. You know what else I picked up? I picked up something else a little bit out of the blue for me.
Yeah.
I got a Star Wars book.
I just took my buddy to the shop and not the one down the street because I knew mine didn't have them in stock, and I got him the couple issues of Star Wars, and I got him Ant-Man. Got him started on a few books, and he picked up that Thor. So
nice.
See, he always read The Walking Dead, like all the trades and stuff, but I've been trying to get him into some like of the weekly titles. I think I got him to maybe set up a pull box at his shop. So I'm like, I got one. I claimed him for you, comic fam.
Yeah, man. You know, I felt pretty good. I got one of my friends here. I used to work with them. I haven't seen him a whole lot lately. But, he came out here and stayed with me and my family one time for, I don't know, about a week or so while he was in town doing some shooting for a movie.
Yeah.
And he came and stayed with us. But, yeah, my friend, I was telling him about that. I was telling him about this comic book right here, this Black Widow. Yeah. And it was back when the single floppies was still coming out.
Dude, I want to read that so bad. You got me wanting to read that bad. Yeah.
And so he went ahead and he went and bought it.
Nice.
Yeah, that's what I said too. I was like, sweet.
I didn't know the Saska sisters wrote that, man. That's so awesome.
Yeah, they done a couple others too.
I wish I would have picked that one up.
The one I'm waiting for him to come back out with is is one they did, I think, on Kickstarter. It was called Kill Crazy Nymphos Attack.
Okay.
Yeah.
The title just sounds crazy.
Yeah. Sith Lord says Trinity should grow out a mullet or get a wig. That dude needs to grow some hair. That dude can't even grow hair on top of his head. How is he gonna get a wig? He need a wig.
Bro. The hell are you doing?
Biden Touch says, is this the final stage of keto? Oh, man. I'm not sure if you guys caught that show last night. I think that was a little bit keto, if you ask me. Oh, man. Rob Boswell said, what the hell did I just come back to, man? This is Myrtle, man. This is Myrtle.
Yeah, you started with no camera. Now they opened up to this.
Yeah, I don't know who done that stuff there on that Trinity. He's out. He probably out with his family right now doing something. Myrtle, can you please crush that mug on your head after you chug it? Heck no, man. This is mine. Look at this. Oh man, I can't show it. It's gonna I'm gonna dox myself if I show this, guys. Look, this is my overall champ mug. Yeah, that's right. I'm a champion, man. Yeah, I earned this mug. I can't crush it. Okay, the reviews are all over the place. The only thing I haven't seen was the one that loved it. Oh man. Oh, must be talking about that Birds of Prey movie. Oh man, look who we got now.
Hey, you don't know what you're
walking
into, bro.
I was watching it a little here.
Oh yeah, how's it going, man? How you doing?
It looks like the older brother from Something About Mary.
Yeah.
That's what he's probably going for.
Yeah.
Hey, so did you just get back from Birds of Prey too?
No, I got back from looking for my tripod.
Okay.
I know how
that
dude.
So I got Myrtle. I mean, I've never been on a stream with Myrtle. I'm excited here.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. Some people get so excited to sit here and talk with me. I'm just a silly goon, man. That's all it is.
Yeah, are you currently riding a bike?
A bicycle. Yeah, but don't worry, man. I got it decorated up like a hog. It's got those little handlebars like that. Yeah.
I needed a break from that Trinity, man. He's so uptight, you know. I needed some Myrtle. I needed some Myrtle in my life.
Yeah, he's got one of them sticks wedged up his little, you know how that dude is, man.
What would you say you're just like Trinity except without a stick wedged up your butt?
Yeah, probably so. I like to have a little bit more fun. Yeah, he's way too. Yeah, he got it.
Are you guys related, or do you just sneak into his place when he's not there?
Well, this is just the studio.
Oh, okay.
We're in the studio.
Yo, Trinity's drugged in the back.
Classic Glue Review says, hey there, son, Joe, Billy, Bob. Can't chat in the middle of editing a video, but can listen while I'm working. Well, thank you. Rob Boswell sends in a $2 super chat, says, chug it, bro. No, man, it's my coffee. It's going to sit in my stomach. And it's going to be like, ooh, man. Julie from Wichita Pond Vlog says, for a drunk as fake Myrtle. Heck yeah, man.
Hey, Irish coffee.
Yo, can Myrtle get, dude, I need 8 fucking subs to get 400. I gotta get y'all, bro.
If y'all aren't around here, if y'all haven't been over to Dylan's Comic Book Ranch, y'all need to go subscribe to him. He needs 8 subscribers to 400.
And only 19 to beat me to get.
Why wouldn't you guys go subscribe to Dylan? He's a cool guy. Y'all subscribe here on this Trinity Guys channel. We all know how
Dylan,
that is.
You might have fewer subscribers after that, Colin.
Clarence Parker III says, I live in Palmdale, so we have close proximity. Oh, nice, Clarence. If you read comic books, you probably go in the same comic book shop I do, man. That's pretty cool. So anyway, guys, how'd you guys enjoy your books this week? Y'all have some good books?
Yeah, I thought there was some good books.
Yeah, I liked almost everything I read.
Yeah,
What was your guys' favorite read of the week?
I'll let you go, Dylan.
I'd probably say Darth Vader.
Oh,
I really like Darth Vader and that Ant-Man one.
Oh, you liked Ant-Man?
I did.
So
I liked it better than Hawkeye, at least the first issue. They're kind of similar, just really funny and kind of like animation feel artwork. But I like the artwork on Ant-Man way better, and the colors. I really like that though. So you don't get a lot of Ant-Man stories, so I feel like it's just kind of refreshing. Well,
Yeah,
like
I skipped Ant-Man, but I like Dylan Burnett on
Yeah.
that book.
he's
It makes sense
mm-hmm.
because he was on X-Force.
He's the one that sold me on the
Art.
book. I didn't like X-Force artwork though. I dropped it on like issue 5.
That's what I'm saying. It didn't really fit. I liked it fine. I got used to it, but it didn't really fit
Yeah.
for X-Force. Yeah.
Dylan Burnett sold me though on the Ant-Man. Like I was so excited to get see him on that. So I thought it was really fun. Like I thought we'll see what issue 2 does because I really liked Hawkeye Free Fall issue 2, but I thought Ant-Man started off better than Hawkeye's first issue did. So
really,
yeah, I thought Ant-Man 1 was just hilarious. Like he's living in an anthill. He's like living in the dirt because he's like after it takes place after a few months after War of the Realms, the Giant Man one shots or whatever.
Yeah.
I guess after maybe his house got destroyed or he lost his job. Something happened and he's not making money, so he lost his house or he lost his apartment. So he's living in the ant hole with the ants. And he tells his daughter like a fake address. So she comes, she's like, Dad. And he like comes out of nowhere and he's like, oh no, I just gave you the wrong address. I live right around here. And she's like, are you living in an anthill, Dad? It's cool. It's like a hero for hire. He's kind of like, he put an ad out in the paper because he's trying to make money. So he's like, I'll do jobs for money. Like I'll save people trying to be hero-y but get paid for it. So obviously hero for hire, but I thought it was really cool, man. I don't know. I really liked him being broke and stuff, and then just him being the hero for hire. I thought that was really funny.
Yeah, I think I was thinking when I was reading that comic book, I was like, he's living inside anthill in a trailer park. I went outside, man. I started picking through the dirt. I'm like, where you at, Scott? I know you're here, man. Yeah, I thought it was a pretty good episode. I thought it was a pretty good book, though. It was kind of funny. It was silly. It wasn't nothing like very serious.
Yeah,
there was like we had a nice little villain in there. I don't know if it's something I'm gonna keep reading or not. Maybe I'll do a couple reviews on that one. But yeah, it was okay.
I think Mike Spicer did a really good job on the colors too. Like I think the Dylan Burnett with the colors, it goes really well.
Yeah, it's not your typical Marvel art in there.
Yeah.
Dylan Burnett's been on. He's been on a lot of books, but he's very he's like cartoony and not just with faces. He's cartoony with bodies too. So you see him every now and then, immediately who you're reading. I'm surprised that he stuck around, to be honest, because it's for a certain taste.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I'd say so too. Like, because I don't think the art is the greatest, but I don't know. I think for the character and probably the story that's going on here, I think he might have been the man for the job.
Yeah.
A little bit silly, a little bit zany.
Yeah. For Darth Vader, I'm behind it. It's one of the few books I decided I'd start ordering online, so I'll get them at the end of the month.
Yep.
Yeah. So that's sort of silly. That's sort of silly of me for a book that's easy to get. I should have probably just got it at the the comic store.
Yeah.
Did I hear you bought you got to clear this up for me, Myrtle, because I think they're Trinity's comics. You just broke into the studio and read them. Is this correct, or do you just buy the exact same ones he bought?
No, I broke into. I came into the. Don't tell him I said this. I came into the studio. I came into the studio and I read them.
Yeah.
Sucker, paying for all those books.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I know if we don't tell him, man, because he'd probably be like, "Why don't you help pay for the books?"
Oh yeah.
I got his password to his Marvel app too, so I can sit at home on my little iPad and sit there and scroll through and read the books that he has on his.
What else came out this week?
What was your favorite book this week, Chris?
This one was my favorite comic, but I don't want to talk about it because I don't think it fits. But it's Ginseng Roots was pretty good. It's one of those like sort of indie, like very, very indie books. The guy Craig Thompson's pretty famous for a book called Blankets, and now he's doing a monthly. This was technically my favorite, but I'd probably have to go with books that I want to talk about. I'd probably have to go with one of those two. So, which one? We're talking about both of these, right? Anyway, we're going to talk about Money Shot and Dawn of X anyway. So
we'll talk.
If we're not talking about those, then maybe this one. I liked from Oni Press, Backtrack. I don't know if anyone read this. This is an indie book.
No, man.
This got Myrtle, you might like this because it's got that NASCAR feel in it. There's some auto racing going on. It turned out to be really good art. It was a pretty simple story, like some devil character. He looks like a little bit like Mephisto, or a character from a Neil Gaiman book comes out and basically convinces she's an ex-getaway driver, I think, and convinces her that she can get her boyfriend or husband back if she wins some kind of race. And then, all the crazy stuff happens. So it's a pretty basic plot, but as I was reading it and looking at the art, I ended up really enjoying it a lot. So something like, it was just solid all the way around. Real solid all the way around, but pretty basic. So, it's something that could run out of juice pretty quick, but we'll see. Brian Joins is in that one. So
that cover kind of reminds me of that movie Baby Driver. I've never even seen the movie, but it looks like it.
It does a little. I think that Baby Driver was a little bit of homage to something else. You didn't watch Baby Driver? This is like Baby Driver meets Spawn or something. I don't know, like whatever deal with the devil, not Spawn necessarily, but whatever deal with the devil sort of plot meets Baby Driver in some kind of way. So it was pretty cool. Pretty maybe not super original plot, but it was entertaining book.
So is it like that movie Oh God You Devil meets Baby Driver?
I don't know the Oh God You Devil movie.
What? I've never
seen it.
Man, that's a George Burns classic.
I should have saw that. I should have seen that then. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah, no, that sounds like a pretty cool book. Yeah, because so she was contracted to come in and be a getaway driver for somebody?
No, she's done with getaway driving because something happened to her boyfriend or husband or whatever, and then she's just basically a drunk. And then this guy shows up, like this devil character. Oh, there's actually a tear in this book. Son of a bitch. Oh. This sort of effed up looking devil character comes in. That guy right there comes in and basically says, "Hey, you can see your boyfriend again if you come and win this race." And and then they go into different dimensions and whatnot. So, or different time. I don't know. I didn't follow that part, but very good. Yeah.
That sounds like a pretty good read.
Oh yeah.
Solid. Read. Solid. Just grabbed it off the shelf, kind of thing.
Nice. So I guess before we get into some of those other big books that we really want to talk about here, you guys got so none of y'all read The Man Who Effed Up Time?
I did.
I thought it was okay.
Is that your pick?
No, I don't know. I think my favorite one of the week, I don't know. So far of the books I've read, my favorite, it would probably be the X-Men Fantastic Four book. Of Indies, it's probably the Money Shots.
Yeah. Oh, so we're in the same. Me and Myrtle, two men of the same mind. How about that? The Man Who Effed Up Time was good, but someone was pointing out I've been waiting for Aftershock in trade because they just seem to be written in 6-issue, 5-issue series, like just the style of writing. And so maybe it's been 4 months, 5 months since I bought a number one. But someone was telling me Aftershock's been doing the $4.99 number one now, and there are not extra pages in here. All there is a card stock. So I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know what they're really doing there. It seems like maybe Myrtle got a job heading their marketing over there because it doesn't seem very smart. It doesn't seem very intelligent.
I got good ideas.
Myrtle, I got something else though. So when I was, if you log on to Second Street Marvel, or if you search Second Street Marvel, a lot of the, your channel, obviously, Trinity's channel comes up. A lot of responses to something you did are now like at the top of your search. So I guess you ruffled some feathers out there.
Oh man, what are you talking about? He ruffled some feathers, what?
I think you did. I was trying to watch him. I can't really figure out what's going on. I can't figure out what feathers you ruffled and in what way. I feel like I was that.
When was this?
Huh?
When was this?
What do you mean? When was this? When did you do that? It was probably your Spider-Man review, if I had to guess.
Oh man! Oh yeah, man! Yeah, that Spider-Man book, that was pretty funny. I thought that whole issue was about the whole YouTube game.
Yeah, I think that's what it was.
Yeah, it was about how to survive on YouTube.
Yep.
To J. Jonah Jameson.
J. Jonah Jameson. Yeah, so now when people search Second Street Marvel, besides your 2 or 3 videos, it's all people responding to you. So that should help, I think.
Yeah, man.
So I don't know if you wanted to touch that, or maybe you snuck into Trinity's channel. Trinity didn't know. You snuck into his channel over here, so maybe he could respond and apologize to some of these guys.
Yeah. Oh man, he actually asked me to play that part in that video. He was directing. He was behind the camera the whole time, asked me to do that. And,
you're reading from a script?
Huh?
You're reading from a script?
No. He just told me to be myself. He told me to watch this little video and to go ahead and mimic that same video. So I did that. I thought I did a pretty good job, but yeah, he kind of texted me about the next day and told me he got in a little bits of trouble for that, and oh man, y'all know I just played my part, man. I don't have no problem with all that stuff, man. I don't even know who the hell we was talking about. I just watched the video.
Yeah, I'm having trouble piecing it together. Maybe I'll have an opinion later.
Yeah.
But I just see a bunch of people mad at Second Street, and I'm listening to the videos. I can't figure out what they're mad about. They're just mad.
Oh,
and I saw Trinity in the comments. I can't put any of this together. You know anything about this, Dylan?
Nah, I heard. I think I heard he was ruffling some feathers, but
man.
I haven't even seen the video.
You think last week?
I wouldn't take it too serious anyway.
What did you do last night?
Serious.
Oh, yeah. People wasn't too happy with the Trinity last night. That was pretty upset.
Oh, it was last night they got heated.
Yeah.
Too. Also, Trinity's heating people up.
Yeah.
I didn't see last night.
Oh yeah, he went.
Yeah, I went. I was doing my stream with Perry. We went like fucking 5 hours, dude.
Y'all did. I seen that.
Yeah.
Once I got let out of the sober tank, man, I got home and I think I'm going.
Yeah, I dropped in to say what's up because I always try to drop in, even if I'm live, just to say what's up to everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got on that stream late. I stayed for like 45 minutes, and then I probably belonged in the sober tank, but no one caught me. And then as I was getting home, I was like, "Oh man, these assholes are still streaming here."
Yeah.
Yeah, man, they was going forever.
Yeah. That's no joke. So what's next?
Yeah, I don't know. I think okay, let's talk about that Marauders. What you guys think about that Marauders this week?
You go first, Kev.
Dylan's going to take a dump. Everyone, one person on the stream per stream has to take a dump. I think I'm the only one that liked Marauders. Everyone's saying like it's okay or it's the worst issue. I was all for it. Maybe I'm not a Kate Pride guy like most people are, but I like Callisto in this book. I like that this is a $1 billion property, so I know Kate Pride is going to come back just like all superheroes do. But I like that they held it out a little bit. There's a Twitter account that said that's very pro Jean Grey, and this picture was in there saying, "Who do you want to fight on your side?" It was Jean Grey or Emma Frost. I mean, I guess I don't want her to fight on my side, but that was cool there. In general, I thought this was pretty good. A lot of pirate stuff, and it wasn't so focused on Kitty Pryde, which I'm okay with, I guess. But I guess if you're a big fan or you think that this whole book is is driven by kitty pride, then I could see why you wouldn't like it. But White Queen coming in and it focusing more on the White Queen and stuff is probably what I thought was best about the book. And Callisto becoming the White Bishop, also very cool. So I think to me, it's Emma Frost driving the book, and that's what I like best about the book. I guess I've never been a huge Kate Pride fan. Maybe I didn't know that. I don't know, but I like her and stuff. But I like the fact that they didn't bring her back immediately, that they're sort of holding off, and there's going to be something more than because obviously Sebastian Shaw thought she was dead, right?
Yeah, yeah. I have a feeling she's not dead. I gotta say, I think I kind of
feeling.
I really do like this book this week. Because, like you said, I do like that it was concentrating on Emma Frost. And, oh, man, that Emma Frost, she kind of got me feeling a little squeamish, We sitting there talking about men need to serve her. I happily serve Emma Frost.
You'd ride your bike down to her mansion?
Yeah. Yeah, man. So, yeah, no, I thought it was pretty good. And I did like seeing Callisto in this book. And I thought it was kind of funny, the whole part where she calls her White Knight.
Yeah.
They be on the social medias all the time talking about these dudes being white knights for their friends or their girlfriends, the white knighting. And I thought that was pretty funny myself. But I gotta say, you know what? Some of my favorite stuff in this book was kind of the stuff then where we get into the Verendi house and they're in there talking about some of their conspiratorial stuff and they're trying to sell their trade secrets and all that. I thought some pretty cool stuff, and I'm pretty sure. Am I wrong that this lady right here from the Russian consulate or whatever isn't that the girl from the first? Wasn't she the one from the House of X? Like at the very beginning when all them senators went to the or them statesmen went to the building or they all went to Krakoa. They all went to Krakoa and met with Xavier and Magneto.
I don't remember that. That's a good question.
I think she's one of the ones. I thought that was some pretty cool stuff. They're out there trying to hustle, give away their trade secrets. But then I think some of my favorite stuff in this book was at the very end, was right here when we got to Quiet Council Krakoa. We got there to Quiet Council Krakoa, and just that whole exchange between Emma Frost and Sebastian Shaw. Oh,
yeah.
Man, I thought that was so saucy. The right here. What's he say? He says, they're talking about our first deadlock with one missing, and he says it's regrettable our Red Queen doesn't appear to have time to properly manage all her responsibilities, trying to be all slick. Yeah, Sinister's great, man. I like that guy. But then they're sitting here kind of going back and forth. I like this whole relationship with Emma Frost and Sebastian Shaw. And she's all like, she let me know she was detained while doing the great work of returning our people home. And he was like, did she now? Krakoa save her. And then she says, indeed, enjoy today, Sebastian. She knows what happened, man. She's off and she's letting him know you think you a slick MFer, man, but you're not. I got your number, pal.
Yeah, so something's going on there, especially with the end. The other thing that's pretty funny is the Morlocks are apparently live on golf courses in Arizona now.
Yeah.
Is that what's going on there? So no more sewers. Now they're in retirement communities. So
yeah.
That cracked me up. I don't know if that's been already established somewhere else, but I if it was, I didn't know it. So seeing them there golfing and stuff in this in sunny Arizona is pretty good. You know who was lukewarm on this issue? Myrtle?
Who's that?
Dylan.
Yeah, yes, I was.
Dylan was lukewarm.
Man.
I thought the artwork wasn't up to par, and it was definitely the weakest issue, man. It wasn't a horrible issue, but I thought it was definitely the weakest out of the 7. And the artwork, I didn't really like at all. The book is I wasn't that crazy about it, man.
I think I hear you there, man. Because
I like the cover. I think the cover's cool, but I thought, maybe me wanting Kate to figure out what the hell's going on with Kate kind of was like, oh, what the hell, it's like I want to know what's going on with that. Not hear about all this other shit, but it wasn't bad. I don't know who Callisto is, so
She leads the Morlocks.
yeah.
I thought
I thought Bishop led the Morlocks.
Yeah, I'm kind of back and forth on the art, man. I'm kind of there with you though, because some of it I didn't like so much, and some of it I thought was pretty badass.
Yeah, there's some panels that are cool for sure.
I was okay with the art. I don't even. It's a different artist, right?
Yeah, they finally got a different artist on this one.
Those are some decent panels.
Yeah, those are some decent ones. Like, I don't know, so like you said, like some of them are really good, and some of them I don't quite like. So I don't know, I don't know. It's not even inconsistent. Just some of it I do, some of it I don't. I can't really complain about the issue though. I thought it was pretty good. It's just definitely not chock full of all that great saucy stuff that I've liked reading in the previous 6 issues. But I think it's somewhere for sure.
I thought that stuff with Bishop was really cool, with him throwing that grenade through like the gate and blowing up those soldiers. I did like getting a little bit of behind the scenes of what's going on with these Verendi characters. Like the whole time we've been like, who the hell are these? Like little kids or whatever, you know? So it was nice to kind of get a little bit on them, because it feels like we would just get like a panel or two when they were just trying to attack the X-Men. My favorite part was probably though the like you said with the Emma Frost kind of fucking with Sebastian. I like their their banter back and forth, and I liked the Bishop scene. Yeah, those are probably my favorite parts of the book.
Yeah. This one, it wasn't so. Like I say, I don't think it was so full of all that kind of stuff that we've kind of come to expect out of Marauders. So
yeah,
why some people wouldn't like it as much, because I feel that same way, but I still like the book, and I do like Kitty Pryde too. I never really was really big into her, really big into the X-Men before Uncanny started back up anyway. What was that, a couple years ago? And then they did all this new House of X, Powers of X stuff. But I've really enjoyed the Marauders issue. I've enjoyed seeing Kate Pryde, kind of grow up and come into the role. Definitely.
What did you guys think of this one?
I loved it.
Yeah.
I loved it too.
Before we even talk about the story, it's almost a Fantastic Four book, right? Because it's not built like an X. It's almost built like an X book. There are like white pages and these introductory pages. But did you guys notice that it's?
Yep. There was no panel. There was no wait.
No, there were definitely the equivalent of white pages, but it wasn't built like it wasn't the same exact style. Like you had a blue page.
Yeah. Yep. You're right.
Yeah.
Right, and then the beginning. It was the only one, but sometimes there's only one in the regular books.
Yeah.
So this is like that first page where it shows all the characters that are going to be in it, but it's not white,
Yeah.
So just the design was different.
Did you like the colors? I thought it was nice. I'm kind of sick of all that white.
You know what? I know why they did that. They did that because they know that Trinity over here at Second Street Marvel don't like them white pages, and he's always talking about them. But it's okay to talk about white pages, but it's not okay to make fun of colored pages. So that's why they did that. So
I guess
talk trash about them pages of color.
They did yellow and blue. They did yellow and blue. One yellow page and one blue.
And gosh dang, pages of color, man. They kind of go too.
Pages of color.
Like the old. That's what they should do for all of them. Like yellow and blue, like the old school X-Men colors.
Yeah, I did like this issue though, man. There was a whole lot of stuff that happened in this, man. There's a whole lot of drama that happened here. Not only between I have a feeling that Xavier knew what was going to happen once they got there to the Fantastic Four's house on Yancey's. I knew that. I think he knew that all was going to go down. I think he knew what Reed Richards was doing. I think he knew that confrontation would cause him and his son to kind of get into it. I kind of have a feeling he knew all that was going to go down like that.
Yeah, probably. I mean, he seemed to mention that now that they've done that he'll come, that Franklin will go to them. So maybe not. I mean, it just feels like he knows everything. Like Professor X knows a whole bunch of stuff and the future and whatnot. So it's hard to say what he knew, what he doesn't know, and how that all fits. But I mean, in the end, it doesn't matter because he knows Franklin is going to come to him eventually, right? Like that's why he stopped fighting him. So how'd you guys like the fight scene? Normally in a crossover like this, there's the basic premise is there's a fight scene because of a misunderstanding, and then there's a team up because then they understand each other, right? And this one felt like there might be actual tension going forward between the Fantastic Four and the X-Men or whoever's around Professor X.
Yeah.
So I don't know that that's going to change.
I was kind of like on the edge of my seat with it because I'm like, damn, I was like, this is like, it just escalated so quick. You're like, they're talking, and then like in a snap of a second, they're like, oh, you're almost thinking like they're about to go to war with each other, man. Like this might get bad. They're about to tear up the whole city.
Yeah. Magneto's floating around suddenly.
Magneto's in the ball. And he's like, you will, and then even Professor X was like to Storm, he's like, release Eric or I will make you release him. And Reed was like, no, you won't be using your telekinetics on anybody. Like, man, I thought that was really good. I like to see like a professor actually kind of, step up like that real quick for Eric and be like, no, you better release him or I'll make you, because Professor, he kind of seems like the string puller in a way. Like he's the face of everything, but you haven't really seen him step up and do anything like physical in a way. You know what I mean? Is that maybe you have? Because there's been a lot of issues, so I can't really think off top of my head.
In Dawn of X, no, he hasn't done much. He hasn't done much attacking. Yeah,
that's what I thought.
Yeah, I thought this book was pretty good too. Now, I apparently don't know enough about the history between Kate and Franklin.
But
I thought that might have been a little bit weird. But I know she's probably not much older than he is at this point. But what do y'all make about that? Do y'all know about the history of all that? I mean, they kind of mention it here a little bit in the book. But what else? Is there something else I'm missing here out of this friendship they got?
I think the way you could take it is that Catherine Pryde is maybe in her early 20s. She's just a little older, and Franklin's 16 or 17, something like that. So you take it that way. So if what happened in the past, that means that she would have been 15, 16, and he would have been 10 to 12 or something. So
which looks about right.
I've never read that. I never read that old X-Men and Fantastic Four, but I like it when they link things like that. I think that's pretty cool. Yeah. So we could see it right there.
But
I like it when they link things.
So I guess Von Doom was looking for a cure for Kate. So she was like trapped in that bubble thing or that glass container, or while she was getting the cure worked on her. I don't know why. Maybe she was like her powers were like hurting people or something. I don't really know anything about that. I just could put together from what they mentioned in the story that they were like, while she was kind of, in that cage, she would like, I guess because Doom has been close at times with the Reed family. Maybe, while he was doing his scientific stuff, maybe even Reed was helping Doom, and Franklin would just kind of be like, oh, go say hi to her and just sit around and talk because he's a little kid and he probably had no one to talk to. So that might even be like Franklin's first friend, maybe too, because they seemed to have they had it seem like a really tight connection when as soon as they saw each other, they hugged.
Yeah, I went and looked it up, Fantastic Four vs. X-Men, but I didn't get a chance to read it. I was like, oh, maybe I'll read that since looks like it's only 4 issues from 87. I don't know if Southern Comic Geek's in here, but last week he was you weren't here, Myrtle, but he was shooting all kinds of knowledge about the connections X-Men 5. If you watch on the rewind, apparently you don't have a YouTube account because you're never in the chats, Myrtle.
Nah,
but
I just log on. I just log on to this main channel one, and I sit there and leave comments sometimes. Sometimes I'll tell people it's me. What y'all think about the art on this book?
You what?
What y'all think about the art? The art on this book.
I liked it. But sometimes it felt a little rushed.
Yeah, because
I mostly liked it.
Yeah, because like for me, I see things like this right here, where we see Sue Storm right there, and I think she looks really good, and that panel like looks really great and everything. It's all well drawn. But then
With Storm.
yeah, and then I see panels like this one right here. Like I don't know if I like this one as much. It's just a little bit. I don't know. Seems a little bit different to me.
Yeah, I didn't like that. That one's kind of weird too.
Oh yeah. Just some of the different looks in here. One thing I definitely didn't like is some of this stuff right here. Like say with like this Wolverine face. Why is it?
Yeah.
Right there. Why does he look like Jeff Garland? He looks like Jeff Garland right there, man. Like that's not Wolverine.
Looks like it was a husband-wife team that did the pencils and the inks. So I could see some of the figures looking different if Rachel Dodson was doing the finishes. They don't really say the finishes there, but if you're working together, I'm sure sometimes she was finishing up some characters. Because to me, sometimes Storm looked a little weird. In there. It didn't. Well, see, that one was okay. The big Storm there is okay.
Yeah.
I thought that looked cool. But there's some panels.
I think.
Yeah, there's some panels maybe where the finishes were done by Rachel Dodson. But I thought it was fine overall. Like the only thing I could say is that I noticed it sometimes, but other than that, I was okay with the art. I mean, in general, it's like that sort of that cartoony style that I always point out. At least I always prefer like the people that are doing X-Force. I always just prefer that art in general.
This was my favorite panel. I thought this was
that looked great.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I thought that was perfect Doom.
Yeah. I was a little disappointed in this ending though. We should have probably told people. I'm gonna show the same page, you don't have to take out him. But I was a little disappointed in the ending though. Like what are we gonna do? Just get a taste of all the bad guys or something? Like is he gonna be there in just for one comic, or is there a real arc with him and Krakoa? So I'm curious what Zdarsky's going to do with Doom, but he's been so good lately. You know, I'm almost like the thought process with Jonathan Hickman, like, okay, I'm just going to go along for the ride. Like I trust you now kind of thing. So Zdarsky's been really good lately. And it's funny because I found him as more of an artist back in the day when he was doing Sex Criminals. I stopped reading that, but he's an artist on that with Matt Fraction. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
He came up doing mostly art and then started writing like Jughead. He has a cool book. I think the first thing he wrote was for Image, a book called Kaptara, which is basically like a He-Man ripoff. That book's really cool. It's probably like that first trade's probably like $8.99 or something on Amazon. So that book was cool. His first like writing, and if you remember He-Man, which I guess Dylan may not.
No, brother, I love He-Man. You crazy?
Yeah, really? I feel like I was just a kid.
I read the DC book. No, I really loved that as a kid, actually.
Oh yeah, you read? So he does like a He-Man sort of ripoff somewhere between He-Man and Thundercats. It's called Kaptara. It's actually pretty good.
I never watched Thundercats and stuff. Those are the ones I knew about them. I just never got into them. I was He-Man.
That's actually pretty good.
But I think even He-Man was late for me, but I still got into it because my uncle loved it. So he gave me like all the toys, and I loved the show. I have all the I still have the whole. I used to have them in box sets. Now, like my mom, I think threw away some of the box sets. I was so mad because all the box sets together created Castle Grayskull. Like when you put them together on the shelf. And she would get these like DVD cases because we had so many movies. So she would take them out of the cases and put them in this one big case. So they're just a sleeve of discs, like 500 discs in one thing. I hate it, bro, because I like to keep my cases, man.
Mm-hmm.
So now I just got a crap ton of He-Man singles.
Yeah, and I just want to say thank you to everybody so much for being here. We still got a lot of people here in the chats. We got Sith Lord, Tommy, Brian, Lawrence. We got Julie from Wish Upon a Vlog. We got Rob Boswell. Let's see who else we still got here. Wookiee Supremacy, Angelus Draven. Thank you so much for being here. We still got Sith Lord, Will Gentry, Peter Colabucci. Let's see who else we got on here. Hero and the Kid, and
Hero and the Kid.
$2 super chat.
whole bunch of good people here, man. And
Hey,
yeah, we got a $2 super chat from Rob Boswell. Thank you so much for that, sir. He says, by the power of Grayskull.
yeah. Yo, you got your boy a couple subs, though. I'm only 5 away now, so we'll get there.
Nice.
5 subs, man. Dude, this 400, it's been the hardest, I think. Just these last, like, 20.
Yeah.
It's been, like, the longest.
I know it seems like here on this channel, once they hit like 500, it really kind of started steamrolling. It kind of went big at 500.
Really? Nice. I think you told me that in the beginning, too. Hell yeah.
Until that 900 mark, that those last 100 to get to 1,000 seemed like they took forever.
How would you know? You got Trinity's passwords or what?
I'm in charge of the social medias here. That's why it's not too good. You go through and look at our channel tags and stuff, man. I don't know what the hell I'm doing.
What else came out this week that we could talk about?
We still want to talk about money shots?
Oh yeah, you want to do that one last, or you want to? I was gonna say we could do money shot first, and then or let's do money shot if you want now. I was just gonna say, wanted to ask if you guys read Batman.
I stopped reading Batman.
I haven't read Batman. Go ahead with that.
No, do money shot. Do money shot then. We can do Batman after, because then it'll just be quick.
All right.
Cause I want to hear about money shot.
Oh man, if you haven't read Money Shot, man, you're letting the best things in life pass you by. Cause this book right here, Money Shot, this book is really all about us YouTubers and what we do. It also, you know what? It also has to do with people like all those people out there doing all them Kickstarters and Indiegogos and making comic books and stuff like that, doing all that crowdfunding stuff. That's what this is all about. But with scientists and space and sex. Yeah.
A whole lot of sex.
Yeah. They're going out
So
there
not for kids. Not for kids.
Yeah, this is kind of like, imagine like Zach and Miri make a porno meets Star Trek.
Yeah. So we got Dylan to read the first issue, and before we get into this issue specifically, why don't you explain the first page, your like introduction when we started asking about Money Shot? What did you see? What did you experience, and what did you feel from that experience, Dylan?
Oh man,
describe to the readers what the first page was.
All right, so when it first starts off with, like, you know how those future stories, when they'll like kind of tell, like, it starts off talking about like the future of this world. Hold on, I have it on my phone. It because I want to just read it. Here, I got it right here. It starts off in 2027, an advanced alien civilization made contact, and the people of Earth discovered they were not alone, and an offer to join the civilized universe was made. But then the aliens saw what a total shit show Earth was. So, engaged in hundreds of wars led by greedy politicians and fumbling to advance technology, humanity was deemed not worth the effort. The offer was withdrawn. And I don't want to keep reading, but
yeah.
What does it say?
The Fishman. Get to the Fishman.
It goes to the first page, and this girl is just like legs sprawled out in this wacky outfit with glasses, and she's like, "I want you to fuck me, sexy Fishman." The first panel is crazy.
You can't talk like that here on the channel, man. I got in trouble for that.
Hey, sorry, bro. We warned you it wasn't for kids.
Yeah.
I tell Dylan to describe the first panel. He reads the entire scroll, the Star Wars scroll. Get to the Fishman. Get to the Fishman.
Yo, that's why I only read just read a paragraph, because I just wanted him to see like that it's a different, like it's a world in the future and shit, you know? I should have just said that.
Yeah.
Fuck am I doing?
It's the near future though.
Yeah. I think some of the stuff, like this book, is so funny, it's so hilarious, it's very perverse, so it might not be for a lot of people, you know, because a lot of people have strong feelings when it comes to things like that, and a lot of people are prudes when it comes to sex.
Yeah.
I think this book kind of really displays a lot of that things. And I think was it issue number 3 where they was talking about all these scientists and how they had to get with one another before they went off into space. Or was that
Oh
issue
yeah,
2? It was
it was either issue. It was either 2 or 3 where it was showing them getting used to each other, and they're. Is that still Myrtle?
Yeah.
Yeah. Them getting used to each other. So basically, all these scientists had to have sex with each other, whether they were dudes or girls, or dudes and girls, or whatnot. And then there's a little bit of history between those 2 characters.
Yeah,
but mostly it's just like the silly sci-fi sex story. I would recommend anyone that isn't a prude to follow the writer on Instagram and Twitter, because she's funny as hell.
Yeah.
So Tim Seeley's a pretty popular writer, a comic writer, but his friend that he wrote this with, who has the exact kind of humor that you see in this book, is named Sarah Beatty, and you can just search her on Instagram or Twitter, and she's pretty damn funny. So she should be.
If you go she might not. You might see plenty of pictures of her cleavage and her boobies and stuff. But
yeah,
I know some people out there might be turned a little bit off political stuff, because you can tell she's one of those people who's not against the Trumps, or she's against the Trumps. You know what I'm saying? But that's just how all these weirdies online are anyway, man.
She's definitely that.
Yeah.
So
I thought it was this story. I can't wait to read the next issues.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, this issue had a whole lot less sex in it, right? I was flipping through it to try to get Trinity kicked off of YouTube, but there was no good picture in issue 4. Issue 3 had plenty of nudity that we could have tried to get Trinity kicked off of YouTube for.
Yeah,
but not here.
I thought
here was just all action.
Specifically looking for the sex when you flipped it open, because you was just looking to be a dirty little boy.
I got the jimmies when you just said that to me in that tone.
It is a pretty good book. It's pretty perverse. It has a lot of that stuff in there, a lot of that humor. I do think it's a pretty good book, though. And like you said, I mean, the humor is not for everybody. You might Chris, you got a good suggestion there. Go check out this writer, Sarah Beatty. Check out her Instagram or even her Twitter, and just kind of see how she is. You can kind of get a feel for all that stuff. And there's a whole lot of that stuff that's not in the book, but you can tell that her perverse side of herself is definitely being put into this book, and I think it's pretty good.
Yeah. So some comedians, they talk about being overweight. Some talk about being black. Some talk about being Mexican. All her comedy is sexual based. So that's where it comes from right there. So, and a lot of boobs, a lot of, the world is ending. Everyone hates everyone, but here's some cleavage, like that kind of comedy. So,
yeah.
Hey, Dylan. Hey, Myrtle, do you see the clock behind Dylan there? Because I know you're in California. Are we talking to someone in the future?
Yeah. Oh.
What does that clock say right there?
6:30.
6:30.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's only like 3:30 over here where I'm at, man. Yeah. Hey, and Chris, I'm not sure you follow her over there on the Instagrams and stuff. Did you see there was a couple of pictures that she posted where she had like a chainsaw and she's going into the woods and everything? I just seen them a couple days ago. And I was sitting there, I was looking at those pictures. Man, she looked pretty good carrying that big old chainsaw, man. I gotta tell you, I got a little squeamish, but I saw pictures, man. I got a little excited, but you know what it reminded me of? She reminded me of what's Erica Slaughter. She reminded me of that from Something Is Killing the Children. She kind of looked in the pictures.
I'm not reading that.
Oh.
And he regrets it.
I regret it. Oh, that's what we said last week, right? I regret it. I have to go look. I have to go look to see what she's doing there. She doesn't seem to be like a big comic writer, so maybe she's getting into it now. So
yeah, I think it was just like her first comic she ever wrote. Her friend.
If you really want to feel weird, you read. I mean, obviously she's courting it, but like it's pretty bad. You could read those comments, and like dudes really think they can talk to her in a certain way. But she's courting it. She obviously knows how to deal with it. But some of that stuff, I'm like, oh my goodness, like people really. You open a door to that, dudes could be really sick, man. Like, obviously this is her like comedic style, but some dudes are like, I don't know. I don't even know how to comment on that.
They're pretty perverse, man. That's like, I know I've got some friends on Facebook and stuff. Some of these girls are always sitting there telling me about how dudes just be in their DMs, sending them pictures of their wiener.
Yeah.
Who the hell sends people pictures of their wiener? I've never.
Dylan did that to me once. I was like, stop it. Stop that shit, Dylan.
Yeah. I never sent my wiener to Agatha, and she's my wife. It's weird. Who does that?
That's so weird.
That is weird.
Yeah. But Money Shot, yeah, man, it's a pretty good book. And see what happened was in the issue number 3, they had sex with one of these aliens and gave her the big O. And she had like one of those things, and it rained down on everybody. It was kind of sick if you think about it.
Yeah.
And then we find out in this issue she found everlasting power by having a vibrator. She stole the scientist's vibrator, man.
Oh my god!
She used it. This alien used the other lady's vibrator. It's kind of gross.
Well, if you're a porn star, that happens. I think, right? That's gonna happen a little more often.
I'm not even gonna get into what we used to do when we was doing that stuff, man.
When you lived in Chatsworth?
Yeah. Oh, you know about Chatsworth too, man? Dang, man. Yeah, I used to live right down. Nothing. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I knew I recognized you. I know I recognized Myrtle. You used to drive the bang bus.
Yeah. See, you know about that Chatsworth, man. I'm on to you, man. I don't even know how you knows about that Chatsworth stuff. That's where,
From LA.
Yeah, you go Chatsworth, and they all live in North Hollywood.
I used to work in North Hollywood, so that's how you know.
Mm-hmm.
Those people. So Dylan, why should I read Batman? I actually liked Tynion's first issue, and then I just stopped grabbing it for some reason. I think I've been sick of Batman. I just needed to finish Tom King.
Yeah.
But the pictures that people are showing up in reviews and stuff for the last 2 issues. So this is Tynion the Force 3rd issue now. Yeah. They look good, so I might go grab them eventually. But how's it been for 3 issues at least? I don't think 3 issues is long enough, but
like the first one, I think that's even better because I wasn't that crazy about the first one, and I think
it was basic,
way better each issue. Like each issue has been just it keeps stepping up, and the artwork has been like fantastic. I especially like this art a lot better than last issue.
Yeah.
Is it different artists?
Yeah, I think so. Like at least the last one, I'd have to see. But yeah, I think it's been different artists. They really are similar styles, though. Let me see. I don't know if I should show that. It's cool though, man. He like, what was it? Lucius makes like this new thing where he can take any car and turn it into like the Batmobile.
That's a little weird.
He like puts this I don't know, he puts like this block on there and it will turn like a Lambo into a Lambo Batmobile.
So he's got
pretty cool.
He's got a Lance Armstrong bomb?
Dude, but this one was actually really good. There's some like crazy shit going on in the background about this all the criminals like Penguin, Riddler, Joker, Deathstroke, even Catwoman, and maybe like one or two other the villains. They like kind of were planning this, basically kind of like what is it? They were planning to screw Batman by like I don't really want to get into it, but they got this character called Designer Because if I get into it, I feel like I'm gonna spoil the crap out of it, and I want you to check it out because it was really cool.
Yeah, I see most of it. I'll go check it out for sure.
I'm trying to
Myrtle, who can apparently read, I wouldn't have guessed that, is laughing at some comments there. What?
Yeah, man. Oh man, we got Tommy here in the chat says, "As Second Street Marvel, don't lie. You saying yourself wiener pics."
Oh,
that's funny.
Tommy, are you on my iCloud?
So those 4 characters I told you about, they united and made this plan years ago, and basically it's like a shell game, and it's a shell game to beat Batman, and they're basically they're gonna use because they know how he is, they know like he's gonna try to be the better guy and do like a hero's, like won't kill nobody, and he's gonna try to save everybody, and they're gonna use like all his like good habits that kind of screw him sometimes, and how the Joker would say, "Oh, that makes you weak." They're gonna use those tactics to basically keep him busy and keep him from stopping to reach the real goal. And they're gonna have this character called the Designer, doing whatever the one target is or whatever.
So is it awkward today between Catwoman and Batman now that Catwoman's less of a villain?
It's like awkward with the villains that she's like coming across, because they're like, "Oh, you think you're good and stuff." You're like, "But now you're with Bats, huh? Like, you think he doesn't know who you are and stuff." And
so she's doing this in real time, plotting against him.
She kept it a secret from him. So now she was right about to tell him, and I think she's about to tell him at the end. Yeah,
that's pretty. That's grabbing me.
She gets pulled up on by some villains right when she goes to like radio in, and she's like, "Bat, I need to tell you something," like. Because she knows that if he finds out, she's like scared that he's gonna get super pissed that she, like, hid this from him, and basically it's a plan to take him out in a way. And like,
what are they gonna freaking do? Break up again?
Who knows? You see, they got that Alfred RIP one shot next week. I don't know if you're gonna get that. You probably aren't, since you haven't been getting this.
I'm gonna get it because I want Alfred to stay dead. Yeah, I'm a big anti-Alfred guy. Fuck that guy.
There's some cool stuff with Deathstroke again in this issue, but I think if you like the first 85, I think 86 and 87, and the way this
I'll probably like
crazy, I'm wondering if they're gonna like go full on with that, like, because the character, I want to tell you, kinda. It's crazy what happened
Go ahead, it's spoiler. Yeah. Go ahead.
All right, spoiler for the end of Batman 88. So Slade is like, I think Penguin kind of has like this artillery, and he goes in and he's like torturing Deathstroke, and somehow Deathstroke gets unchained and he literally slits his throat.
Oh, wow.
And that's like one of the things, I think, because he's the one who basically tells Batman what's going on.
Oh, I actually did hear about this.
So he's the one that says like it's a shell, because he's like covering his hand or covering his neck, and he's like, "Don't even talk, like I'm gonna cauterize it with a laser." So I think he might save him. That's the only part. If they would have killed him, I think it would have been badass. But he says, "Quiet, you'll bleed out. I can cauterize it with the laser." But he keeps talking, so I think he might bleed out.
That is pretty cool art. I might wait. I just need a Batman break. And when Tom King ended, I felt like it was a good time. So, I mean, but that first issue was pretty good. And
Go ahead.
Oh yeah, and everyone's, people have their mixed feelings, but I think we look too closely at single issues nowadays. Mm-hmm. We probably shouldn't. So people have like mixed feelings on it, but it looks good to me. So so long as I'm okay with how much I'm spending a week on comics, then maybe I'll pick it up.
It's gotten better with each issue, I think. Tinian, I think he knows what he's doing. It's not like some people are like, well, something is killing the children. It's just so straightforward and it's really cool. And I was like, well, it's not, if he writes every book the same way, it's like, what, does that make him a good writer? I don't know. I think that him doing different things.
It's a different world. It's a different world.
Real. And it's hard to do a one shot. He's having to tie, like, kind of take all this stuff that people didn't like Tom King's writing. He's trying to, do that and continue with the storyline in a way, but try to make it into his own and set up things for his new story, because his story is looking big.
So I haven't listened to this full podcast yet, but just some like background info. Tom King only meant to like fake the Alfred death, by the way, in Batman.
Yeah.
I have to go listen to that Word Balloon podcast closer. It's one of the better ones. But DC was all about it. DC was like, no, let's kill him. Because they were all about like leaving him dead, not bringing him back. So, and I like that. You know what I mean? That's a good character to kill. People need to stop reacting in the way where they just like of course the characters are going to come back. We all know eventually these characters are going to come back. Like, stop making it like it's done. And then when you do something like Krakoa, where you take death off the table, and they're like, "There's no stakes." Yeah, it's like contradictory a little bit, you know. So the best way for me to look at it, and I think is pretty cool, is that even though I know Alfred will come back one day, you know who doesn't know? Bruce. Bruce thinks he's gone. Batman thinks he's gone, and let's see how that makes him act. And I've heard Tynion's doing a good job. I thought the first issue was good enough. It was just very intro, which I'm okay with. I know that's going to happen. It's more when you're 4 issues in and they all feel like intros. Yeah. And it doesn't sound like that's happening with Batman, so that's cool.
Dude, he's stepping up the bar each issue, and I really appreciate that, because it keeps making me, I'm like, oh man, this issue is so good. And then I'm trying to cut a lot of these big 2 titles out to go for a lot more of these indies, but certain ones, like I just can't. when they're doing stuff like that, you know, it's hard for me to drop, because as long as it's a good book, you know what I'm saying, I want to keep reading it. It's hard for me to drop it. I think Batman's pretty good.
Yeah. And I just want to say, everybody, I apologize because we're running things a little bit differently here through StreamYard, so I can't highlight the chats. But Tommy, I was going to ask. I really feel sorry about your little guinea pig. Hopefully the guinea pig gets a little bit better, man. I want to, you know, just everybody send well wishes to Tommy and his little guinea pig. Hopefully gets a little bit better. Sounds like he's an older one. I also want to send condolences to Brian Lawrence. Brian Lawrence says, F my life, man. Wife just dumped a cup of coffee all over my comic bag and a box of old comics I'm stroking out over here. All I hear is get a towel, Dad's gonna murder me when I stand. Man, that sucks, dude.
That sucks, but you know, so don't do anything crazy. Don't do anything crazy. They're just comics.
Yeah.
We'll get over it.
Well, you know, the cool thing is they realize the implications. Like, oh my God, like Dad's gonna be mad, man. Like, that's cool that they understand and respect that, man. I do like that. It does suck about the books, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
just expensive paper
here again too, man. Let's see. Anybody else here? Miss eating stuff like that sometimes. Oh, we're talking about chocolate chip mint flavor ice cream and potato chips. Lonely Banter read potato chips and ice cream. Oh no, that's Tommy. Oh man, what's that all about?
Oh. I like potato chips. I like ice cream.
I like them. I don't know if I like them together.
How did Trinity? He really didn't stop the whole stream. He stayed in kayfabe the whole stream there, huh, Dylan? Yeah. You see that? He didn't.
Well, no, the first few minutes. I think
it was Trinity.
Yeah, and then he knocked him out. No picture, Trinity. That's why there's no picture. He knocked him out, drugged him, and Myrtle took over.
Myrtle, is Trinity's corpse sitting next to you right now?
No comment. No comment, man. Let's see. Brian Lawrence also says, "New Flash, she's gone. Just kidding. Just a bit bruised and bloody. She will live." Oh man, Brian Lawrence, you's a bad man, dude. Says I was in the bathroom when it happened. Were you reading Money Shot?
Money Shot, my only book.
Yeah. Well, anyway, guys. Okay, guys. So before we close up the show here, do you guys have any comic books that you would suggest that people go out and read? Maybe something we haven't talked about here today, or just something you've been reading in general you think people should you'd like to bring a little bit of attention to?
Yeah, I'll do two quick ones. Mine are really quick. So I'm behind on this. A lot of you guys are reading this, but it really is worth reading. Yeah. I'm just grabbing what I can. So I read 2 issues Both are really good. One was a lot better than the other, I thought, of issue. I think it was 15 and 16. So that's cool. So I'm someone that wasn't reading this, and they're all one shots. And so I got turned around, and I should have been reading it.
I read
the other one I like.
Right there. I wanted to try to track them. Like my buddy said, his shop had like 1 or 4 through 16, and I had somebody sending me 1 to 3. So I wanted to try to track down all the issues because, dude, it's awesome. I love that book, man. I read it.
I'll buy it on. I'll get the trades. I think I'll just do the trades, but I got these because they were $1.
Yeah.
And then this is one of the Boom books. Everyone's talking about Boom. This is one that, as far as I could tell, me and John Comics with Kids are reading. I think Strange Skies Over East Berlin. So it's got that horror feel, sci-fi feel, and also set in Nazi Germany. So This one's been pretty cool. Nice. So if your comic store's having that one of those dollar sales, or you see these for cheap, all worth grabbing, in my opinion. So those are my quick ones.
Nice. Yeah, the guy writing that book, Jeff Loveness, I think
he's good.
He wrote a book, another book I read not too long ago, called World Reader. It was on Aftershock Comics, came out, I think, maybe a year or 2 ago. It was pretty good too. It was really, really, it was a really great book. There's a review of it here on the channel. But yeah,
I didn't see that review. But World Reader, I have 2 issues of it or something like that, and I haven't got to it yet. But I like Jeff Loveness, and that book looked good to me. It's just in the pile, my to read pile.
Yeah, and that I was gonna say, I think I've heard you and like you said, John Comic with Kids talking about that Strange Skies Over East Berlin, and I think I'm almost sold on it, but I'm not sure if I want to see if I can find the singles issues or if I'm going to
trade
back. But I think it's pretty good. And after reading that other one he wrote, I thought that was a pretty good one too. So I may check that one out.
Yeah.
So it should be solicited, the trade, in the next couple months. So get it pre-order, so it's whatever your comic store gives you on the sale on that, or pre-ordered online, and it should be more like $11 instead of 16 or something like that. So
nice.
That's
another one. I want to, like that ice cream, man. I want to try to find that Cult Classics, the Vault one.
Me too.
My shop, the shop by my house had 2 to 4, but I was like, dude, of course they don't have issue 1. Otherwise, I would have bought all of them. I want to read that so bad, but I can't find issue 1.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. I'll see if I can check my local comic shop.
Yeah, let me know.
But yeah, man, I'm telling you, that Cult Classic, that is a pretty good one.
And I'm a big horror guy, so that was one I really wanted to check. I can't believe it fell under the radar on me.
Yeah. Do you have a couple that you want to suggest? Anything that you would like to suggest, Dylan, that you'd like to give some shouts out, people might not be reading?
I was there. I was trying to think of some indie. I was reading Over the Ropes by Mad Cave. I thought that was awesome. That Battle Cats, which I did a review for. That's Mad Cave. Did you pick that up? You like that, Chris?
Yeah.
I loved it.
It was good.
I thought it was
wrestling.
Really fun.
Yeah. Definitely for wrestling fans kind of thing. You know, it touches on a lot of storylines that's happened in wrestling over the last couple decades. So that was cool. I got Battle Cats coming. That's like along with my Darth Vader. I didn't grab it. I decided just to do it online, and so it'll come.
I want to check out some of the older trades for that too, because it was a good jumping on point, but I want to check out some other stuff.
There's one I seen you did a video on the other day, Dylan. You was talking about on the live stream. I think you should probably talk a little bit
Hexagon.
more.
Did
you read the whole book?
I read the whole first issue. It's amazing.
Talk about that one a little bit.
Oh, dude, yeah. Michael Morasi's writing this new upcoming book called Hexagon. What was the Impact Theory, I believe, is the publishing company. Is that it?
Yeah.
And dude, it's like, what is it? It's kind of got a hint of Stranger Things back in maybe like the 80s, and this kid wants to play video games. And what was it? I think what is the game it kind of takes place from? Is it Battlestar or something? Or Starfighter? It has Star Wars elements to it.
Yeah.
And the artwork is fantastic.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Trinity.
Yeah. I was gonna say because I like, I've been anticipating that one for one. Like you said, Michael Morrissey, he's writing it. He's a damn good writer. But not only that, it's on Impact Theory Comics. And Impact Theory Comics, that's only their second title, their second book they've ever put out before.
Yeah.
The first one they put out is one of my favorites from last year, and that's Neon Future. I believe channel gave a copy away of that on his 1 year anniversary. And that one's a really good one, man. Okay. Chris had
you read that first issue?
What's that?
You read issue 1 of Hexagon?
No, man, I haven't, man, but I can't wait to give that one a read, man.
You're gonna love it, man. The artwork is fucking awesome, dude.
Yeah, it looks really good. And I figured that's one probably let everybody know about. I think that's getting ready to come out on comic shops. That's this month, isn't it?
Yeah, I believe so. Yep, March.
Or the next month? It's coming out really soon, guys. And if you guys don't know Impact Theory, you guys should go look them up. Look them up online and everything, or you can even get here on YouTube's, and you can sit there and you can go to Impact Theory's site. It's actually under a site called Tom Bilyeu. He's the guy who's the co-founder of Impact Theory Comics, and they've got a really cool mission that they're on over there at Impact Theory, and I think a lot of that's going to be playing into the comic books that they're making, the titles and things like that. And I don't want to have to be the one to tell everybody, but if you guys haven't read Neon Future by Impact Theory, you might want to go check it out. It's pretty badass. But I seen on one of those Impact Theory little streams where he's talking to somebody, and I think they're looking to make Neon Future into a movie.
Ooh. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Hell yeah. That'd be really
Steve Aoki for that shit too.
Yeah. So anyway,
I did that live stream too. So if you want to know more about that book, you can go check out the video I did for it.
Yeah, go check out Dylan's video, man. I know I watched it. I thought it was pretty cool. I was excited. I was like, yeah, man, somebody else talking about this book.
It's so cool, man. I'm so excited for that issue 1. It's going to be so cool.
Hell yeah. I ordered all 3 covers from my local comic book shop.
Hell yeah, bro.
Yeah. So, you guys, for one, you guys should make sure you go check out Chris from Chaos and Comics. He had to go take care of the baby, man. I know that Trinity here on the channel, he completely relates to that. His wife has to take care of that baby all the time. And so Chris had to go. You guys should definitely go check out Chris from Chaos and Comics. Follow him on Instagram or even Tweeters. You can even check out the channel here on the YouTubes. And Dylan, why don't you go ahead and tell everybody where they can find you at?
You can find me on all social media outlets under Dylan's Comics, and you obviously find me on YouTube under Dylan's Comics. And I try to drop a video once daily. If not, I'm doing a live stream on my channel, or I'm doing a live stream with somebody else. So make sure you're subbed up, hit that bell notification, so you get all updates on upcoming videos and when we go live.
Yeah, man, you guys should go subscribe to Dylan, man. He said he's got 5 more subscribers till he hits 400. Go help a brother out. And I just want to say thank you to everybody here in the chat. Brian Lawrence, Clarence Parker III, thank you so much for hanging out today, man. I'm glad you found the channel, and I'm glad you're here local, man. One of these days, maybe we need to get together and nerd out on some comic books as well, man. See Fenrir Fire, Hero and the Kid, everyone that's been here, man. I've seen plenty of you here in the chat. Fan Jecture, we got Rob Wayne. Ooh, and I seen this message just pop up. Bueller hit 9,000. Oh man, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Bueller's a cool dude, man. I like that show that he does over there with him and Sam, where they sit there and he just sits there and yells at Sam the whole show and makes him feel like a butthead. I love watching that show.
I love that show, dude.
It's a great show. You guys should go check out Bueller, man. Go check out Comics for Bueller. Good stuff. Angela's Draven, thank you so much for being here. Everybody, thank you all so much for being here, man. Y'all the absolute greatest. But anyway, y'all have a good rest of your day, and we'll see you all next time, next Saturday, here on the Saturday Comics Mayhem or something stuff. Man, we don't know what the hell to call the show. We're just talking about comic books because we love those things. Y'all have a good one. We'll see y'all next time.